Let's discuss Mr. Two Phone Baby Keem. There are so many unanswered questions and mysteries with him. Is he screwing himself over by being non parent? Can he be bigger than Kendrick? When is his next album coming out? Where is Baby Keem? These are some of the questions I want to be going over, and I want to talk about my current thoughts and frustrations with Baby Keem, predictions for his next album, and to discuss all of these thoughts with you guys in the comments below. Baby Keem dropped his latest album, The Melodic Blue, 4 years ago. He later dropped the deluxe to this exactly a year later, and that was the last album we saw from him. The last piece of music he released was a single with Fred Again in December 2023, but since then there's been absolutely nothing. Unless you want to count the ad lib that is on Tyler's Chromacopia, him saying, huh? But I think that's just a sample. There's no way he hopped in the studio just for that. After that, Baby Keem was silent all of 2024, and we all know what happened in 2024. I discussed this with my friends, but I'm still not sure if it's an accurate theory. Did Baby Keem purposely take himself out of the spotlight in 2024 during the whole Kendrick Drake beef? Since Keem's start, he wanted to come up on his own without the help of his already famous cousin Kendrick Lamar. Against popular opinions, I really do think he made it on his own. He kept it hush that him and Kendrick were cousins for so long. He was already gaining popularity with Orange Soda and his second album, Die For My Bitch. And I actually discovered Keem from that album, I'd like to say. It was from someone's album review list back in 2020. So it wasn't when he dropped it, but it was later on. It showed me who he was, and I tapped in then. He didn't even have a song with Kendrick until 2021 when Family Ties came out. So, yes, I do think Keem would have made it without Kendrick at all. But, I mean, obviously, being with Kendrick, having songs with him 100% blew up his popularity and his streams. But when people say that Keem needs Kendrick to stay relevant, that's just BS. Back to the beef. With the Kendrick Drake beef being the biggest thing to happen in hip hop in recent years, Keem wanted to avoid the spotlight and he just stayed silent all year. He let Kendrick do his thing. He didn't want to grab any of the attention away from Kendrick during this monumental moment in rap and even music history. Also, I don't think Keem wanted to say or release anything because if you remember the time period, the media had binoculars on anything people would say relating towards the beef, and they would twist things and they'd look for subliminals and the songs and lines, and they'd automatically point people to sides. It was a crazy time period. If Keem released anything during this time, then people would even more be saying that he's only popular because of Kendrick, which is not true. It's just a fact. That's what people would say. People would even say it now, but it's just not as prevalent because it's not at the height of the beef. You know what I'm saying? Keem had two decisions: either A, capitalize off of Kendrick and piggyback off him for streams and more fans, or B, stay silent, don't get roped into the conflict, don't let the media make fake allegations about you, etc. I think Keem stayed silent on purpose. Why rope yourself into it, you know? After the beef, Kendrick dropped GNX and goes on tour for it. And during this time period, I think Keem was waiting for the hype to die down even more because you guessed it, he stayed silent during all this too. Although, to everyone's surprise, in May 2025, Keem made a surprise appearance and performed with Kendrick at one of his shows. That was the first sign of life from him in a minute, besides one tweet from earlier in the year. Not only has there been no music from him, but Keem's social media presence has been lacking too. He doesn't post on Instagram, he doesn't post on Twitter or any other platforms. He's obviously not releasing music. He will appear maybe once a year, say something that will get fans excited and coming up with theories, and then nothing. Earlier this year, on January 4th, Keem tweeted out this right here. He said, "What's new?" Got everyone all excited, and since then, silence. It's all comical, honestly. I feel like he has to get a laugh out of it. He's either trying to be mysterious or he's just a troll. There's no in between. Speaking of being mysterious, Baby Keem has had a slogan or trademark, website, whatever, called Eerie Times. He also put it out there in 2022 on his Instagram story, I believe, that his next album will be titled Child with Wolves with these photos. And with the whole dark and eerie theme, maybe that's why he's been gone all these years. Maybe it's all tied together somehow, and this whole being dark and mysterious thing is one big album rollout. Who knows? My prediction for his next album is that it's going to be experimental and completely different from anything else he's done. A couple years back, he posted this 2 minute long video of him playing this weird little instrument soundboard thing. I obviously don't know what it's called. And he put it on his Instagram, but I'm just going to play a snippet of it so you can see what it sounds like. I'm not going to play the whole video. I'll just put it in the description below. He has since deleted this video, maybe from backlash. I remember when it first came out, and I obviously didn't like it. It doesn't sound like he really knows what he's doing. And I'm not saying that this is what the album will consist of, but it might be a part of it. He was obviously just trying something new, and he was just messing around with it, trying to figure it out. Keep in mind, this video was years ago, so I hope to God he's figured it out by now. Baby Keem's sound seems to be maturing. His music has only gotten better, each album better than the last, and that's undeniable. Baby Keem is a perfectionist, and maybe he's worried about how this album will perform, or maybe he's just waiting for the right time to drop it. This does bring up the question though, did Keem mess up by not dropping? He's no longer in the limelight, and rap music is honestly on a decline lately, popularity wise. Like I said earlier, he could have easily piggybacked off Kendrick and set himself up for life, but I guess he wants to go his own route. Can't blame him for that. Or maybe he's just going through life shit. Or maybe he doesn't want to make music anymore. Maybe he wants to retire. We never know. These are the questions we have to ask since he's just missing. Or maybe he's just trying to be a mysterious character that trolls his fans with small appearances here and there. It's funny, actually. I DM'd Baby Keem a pretend breakup letter because I'm just desperate for new music from the guy. I mean, it's been too long. I'm going to share it for about 5 seconds. Feel free to pause and read it. Just so we're all aware, those texts were a joke. I didn't mean anything that I said. All right. It's just for shits and gigs. I want to put that out there. This is super random. I didn't know where to throw this in. But have y'all noticed that since working together, Kendrick and Keem have kind of switched roles? To me, it looks like Kendrick has been more fun and lenient with his stuff, while Keem seems to be more serious and focused on his raps. I don't know if y'all have noticed that. Maybe it's because Kendrick has been on top for so long and he has nothing to lose, while Keem is still a growing artist trying to show his skill. I know one thing in common they share is they both have crazy flow. That's undeniable, in my opinion. If y'all don't take Keem serious as an artist, you gotta listen a little harder because he really is talented. He's definitely within my top 10 favorite artists. I'll make that a video later on, by the way. Stay tuned. That's all I have for this video. Give me some feedback, man. Let me know what y'all thought. Do you think Baby Keem will change up his sound on his next album? Do you think Keem is retired? If y'all made it all the way through the video, I want you to drop a comment of who you'd like to see featured on Keem's next album. I'll put some of mine up here, but please do this. I'm trying to see who's loyal. Peace.